Anyways, folks, I got to dub this because the microphone on this camera, the battery went dead. The microphone has a separate battery from the camera, so it's always something. Anyways, yeah, on the way home from work, I decided to take a walk. I like this little spot here. It's just quiet. It's like it's in the city on the outskirts, wide open forested area, woods, but the city's catching up with it. Developers, warehouses are like opening up everywhere. What was once a quiet, pristine paradise within the city or outskirts, now, here comes big industry. Let's chop down all the trees, chase out all the bears and the deer, whatever, here comes all the private property signs, and, but I just like walking down this road because it's peaceful. I was raised up like doing stuff like this, folks. People don't know that when they look at me. They just think I'm some urban pariah or something. They don't understand, man. I came from places like this. So every now and then, in order to reset my soul, I have to get back to it, wherever I can find it. And it's just something about the woods, the mysterious forest, the old man of the forest. I grew up in a generation where if you were young, you played outside, man. You didn't just, look at a video game all day. You actually went out into the woods. You made games. You exercised your imagination. Tag, hide and seek, whatever in the woods. And I just, my brain remembers that from when I was young. And all this urban sprawl and traffic and cars and loud engines and, people honking their, it gets to be a bit too much sometimes, folks. You know what I'm saying? They're like, well, it's progress. I was like, what do you mean progress? People dying. People never been more unhappy in their lives. People dying, depressed, addictions or, amok, whatever. Crime, illicit drug use, prostitution, you name it, man. Larceny, suicides. So obviously, anyways, I like just walking out here. I like the woods. I need to start going camping on the weekends, you know what I'm saying? And it's just nice. Just being out in nature, man. On my way home from work, I drive a truck and I'm out on the porch. Again, machinery, noise, smoke, people. So I just like to come out here to the woods and kind of stretch out my mind every now and then. Exercise. It's what keeps you young, folks. I was running up and down. I didn't film. I was running up and down that little sandy little road there. Felt so good. Just wide open. And a lot of people, they don't do that. A lot of people, they get old. They wonder why they go to the doctor. They don't stretch their limbs. They feel embarrassed. Well, I'm too old to run around like that. That's why you walking like you old. Going to the doctor every other day. This is what we were meant for. And especially a lot of, urban black folks have been tricked into thinking that they just city and hood and living up in apartments and ghetto life and all. This is where all of my ancestors came from. The Indian side and the other side. This is where they invented medicines and healing and whatever until the colonialism wiped it all away. Now it's funny. Generations later, they're starting to go back and realize, hey, them people had a lot of stuff that we should have listened to them instead of annihilating them. But anyways, folks, that's all. Again, I'm dubbing this. I wish you could hear the real audio, but the mic was dead, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. But yeah, I just like the woods, man. I like the stories of the woods. When you're a kid, you have your imagination. And remember them days you sit around at night, hey, did you hear there's a monster back there, man? Or, oh yeah, well, you go in there and see if you can find them. It was called play. Nowadays, nowadays the youngsters, they join in gangs at the age of 13, gangs and 12, and doing drive-bys at 11. And it's sad because it's unnatural. It's really unnatural what's going on to a lot of communities in this country. Anyways, folks, I'm going to cut this short because I done said all I need to say for now. I got a lot of other things I got to do. Now go get your shine box.